Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, the Python Guru. Today we'll be talking about deep learning. We'll try to see how it is connected to the neural networks, what are the activation functions around it, and do the quick code walkthrough. So before moving further, we'll try to understand the term deep learning, what it is. So in the deep learning, we try to train the computer by examples. In this particular diagram, we have trained the model. The model will be able to recognize the image and tell that what the image was given. But lots of pieces are connected here. And these are the neurons, these are the layer of the neurons or layers of the nodes. They are interconnected. There are three things very important: input, hidden layers, and output. So let's take a little bit deeper look into these three things. First, input layer. At the input layer, we will be receiving the raw data, the way we saw like one image. In the hidden layers, there will be different layer of interconnected layer of neurons, or we'll call node to simplify it. So this is where the entire thing happened, and we call it the deep part. And once we have the output, will be passed to the output layer. So to start from 1 to 3, there are few more things are involved behind the scene, and we'll try to uncover them. So we talked about input, we talked about output, and then we said that hidden layers. In the hidden layers, there are few important aspects, and those are weights, net input function, and the activation function. We'll try to understand these three things separately, and then we'll see what it is doing overall. Weight, so all the neurons will have the weights, and weights helps to decide the strength and the direction. Second thing is the net input function. In the net input function, we try to multiply weights with the inputs, and we do the sum all, and then we add the bias. So this is the same thing we have seen in the linear regression. Once we have the net input function, we'll pass to the activation function. And activation function, just look into the data. If it is negative, it will convert to the 0. If it is something positive, it will let the number as it is. And then we'll have the output. So does it sound a little bit tricky, complex? Yes, it is. So how to simplify all these things? To simplify all these things, we will take a look at one of the quick Python examples. So all the things, the deep learning, what we talked about, those are here. So even the deep learning part, activation, weight, net input function looks complicated. Just forget about it for now. To simplify, we will be using TensorFlow, and we'll be using keras from there, and from the submodule keras, we'll be using layers. What we are doing here, from the keras, we call the sequential, and inside the sequential, we are calling the dense with 4 units, means 4 neurons, and we have to use the activation function. There are a couple of them, but as we talked about the activation function ReLU, we will be using ReLU and the input set. The another hidden layer which has 3 networks, again the same activation function, and then we have the final output. So all the complex things are summarized in the model. So we know that once we have the model, how to train the model and get the output of it. So we'll take a look at this particular code. For the model, what we need the target, like which data we want to predict. We got the net cells, and which feature sets we want to use. Maybe we'll use these feature sets. We'll train the model, and we'll get the prediction. So that's all I had for you. Like my video, please share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.